Go.
Hi, welcome back to the New Teacher Cafe. I kind of had to bring it outside because I have kids, and so you may have heard banging in some of my videos because there's kids in my house. So I want to go back and discuss the topic I broached a little bit before, which has to do with reading instruction. We talked about the pillars of reading, but now I want to get into the actual instruction part. Now, this is just a short video, so I'm not going to be able to cover everything that's encompassed in teaching reading, but I want to talk about specific things that you can actually implement in your classroom. One, it is important to have targeted reading instruction in your classroom for the students or student that you see are behind. So do a running record on the students to see where they are. Maybe their challenges are around phonemic awareness. Maybe the challenges around phonics, and maybe specific spelling patterns within decoding. So do target instruction, do running records in your classroom, and then also systematic reading instruction is very important, and not just you're doing lessons all over the place. So you want to get a hold of either a program or create lessons where it's systematic. Now, I'm not an affiliate of this book, but I want to recommend a book called Shifting the Balance. It's very kind of popular book right now that is talking about the science of reading and how you can plan lessons to do reading interventions with your student, especially if you think that there's like other challenges like dyslexia. Now, we're not diagnosers as teachers, but these lessons are actually going to be helpful for all students, even if the student has dyslexia. So I'm going to recommend the book Shifting the Balance. Also, I want to recommend the book, a book I read many years ago when I was early in my credential program, which is called Speech to Print. It gives you a history on the science of reading, but things around orthography or morphology, and just specific about, I mean, you don't have to be a linguist, but those are specific lessons that can help, specific chapters that can help you tailor your lessons. And the last thing I want to say is it's very important to have a variety of texts accessible for students in the classroom. I know we're in the age of graphic novels, yes to graphic novels, but the kids need to be exposed to just right text at their reading level, as well as challenge books. Now, if you have a seventh grader who's behind or an upper grade students, it may feel tricky to single them out, to say, oh, you need reading support. So you want to be very intentional about how you engage with that student and making sure that it's respectful, because they're older students. Making sure it's respectful. A lot of middle school and high school students come to classrooms at lunchtime or whatever, so if they can come in and check in with you, you might do a short little mini lesson with them to support them. So think about respect when you're working with older students, and because it's more trickier when they're older because they feel like there's more of a deficit, and it becomes a self-esteem thing. So hopefully I was able to help you with just a few things that you can do in your classroom in supporting reading instruction. And check out those two books that I mentioned in order for learning about reading specifics. But hopefully that was able to help you today. Shakanaka.